prophet Lot, known as Lut in Arabic. Lot's story is one of faith, moral struggle, and divine intervention. Join us as we explore the profound lessons and enduring legacy of this great prophet. Lot was born in Ur of the Chaldeans, a city in Mesopotamia. He was the nephew of prophet Abraham, also known as Ibrahim. Lot grew up in a society steeped in idolatry and immorality, but he was deeply influenced by the monotheistic teachings of his uncle. When God called Abraham to leave his homeland and go to a land that he would show him, Lot chose to accompany his uncle. Their journey took them through the land of Canaan, where they encountered various challenges and blessings. Lot witnessed firsthand the unwavering faith of Abraham and the divine promises made to him. Upon their arrival in Canaan, they found a land that was both a promise and a challenge. The beauty of the fertile plains contrasted sharply with the harsh realities of survival. It was in this land that Abraham and Lot would face one of their first significant trials: famine. The land of Canaan was struck by a severe famine. Crops failed, water sources dried up, and the scarcity of food became a dire threat for Abraham and Lot, who had large flocks and households to sustain. The famine was a test of their resourcefulness and faith. In the face of this adversity, Abraham decided to take his family and journey to Egypt, a land known for its fertile Nile Delta and abundant resources. This decision was not made lightly, as it meant leaving the land promised to him by God and seeking refuge in a foreign land. The journey to Egypt was fraught with its own challenges. The harsh desert conditions and the uncertainty of what awaited them in Egypt tested their endurance. However, their faith in God's guidance and protection sustained them. Upon their arrival in Egypt, Abraham faced new challenges. Concerned for their safety and Sarah's beauty, Abraham instructed her to say she was his sister. This led to a series of events where Pharaoh took Sarah into his palace. But God intervened, afflicting Pharaoh's household with plagues until Sarah was returned to Abraham. Despite the trials, their time in Egypt resulted in increased wealth and livestock, as Pharaoh gifted Abraham generously upon their departure. Strengthened and blessed, Abraham and Lot returned to Canaan, now better equipped to face the challenges of the land. As Abraham and Lot's herds and wealth grew, the land could not support both of them. To avoid conflict, Abraham suggested they part ways. Lot chose the fertile plains of Jordan and settled near the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, known for their wickedness and sin. Despite the city's reputation, Lot established his home in Sodom. He tried to maintain his righteousness amidst a corrupt society, offering hospitality and kindness to strangers, which was a rare virtue in Sodom. Lot's life in Sodom was marked by his continuous efforts to guide the people towards righteousness. The people of Sodom were notorious for their sinful behavior, including robbery, violence, and sexual immorality. Lot tirelessly called them to abandon their wicked ways and turn to the worship of one God. However, his efforts were met with mockery and hostility. One day, angels visited Lot in the form of travelers. Lot, recognizing their importance, welcomed them into his home, protecting them from the men of the city who wanted to commit evil acts against them. The men of Sodom demanded that Lot hand over his guests. In his desperation to protect the sanctity of his visitors, Lot offered his daughters instead. However, the men of Sodom were not deterred by Lot's offer and continued their demands. At this critical moment, the angels revealed their true identities to Lot, assuring him that they were sent to deliver God's judgment upon the city. They blinded the men of Sodom, preventing them from finding the door and continuing their evil intentions. The angels instructed Lot to gather his family and flee the city immediately, warning them not to look back. Lot and his family fled Sodom as divine punishment in the form of sulfur and fire rained down from the heavens, obliterating Sodom and Gomorrah. The cities and their inhabitants were destroyed as a consequence of their grievous sins. Lot's wife, disobeying the divine command, looked back at the city and was turned into a pillar of salt, a stark reminder of the consequences of disobedience and attachment to sin. Lot and his daughters continued their escape, taking refuge in a cave in the mountains. Lot's life was a testament to his faithfulness and righteousness amidst a corrupt society. His story serves as a reminder of the importance of living a godly life and the severe consequences of sin. Lot continued to live a life of righteousness until his death. The story of Lot is rich with lessons about faith, obedience, and moral integrity. His experience in Sodom teaches us about the dangers of moral decay and the importance of standing firm in one's beliefs, even when surrounded by corruption. Lot's ultimate rescue by divine intervention also underscores the concept of divine mercy and justice. The life and death of Prophet Lot serve as powerful lessons on the